All right, here we go with yet another zodiac sign. Today, or right now, I'm doing a bunch of videos today, but right now, this is about Gemini. It's the mutable air sign, it's the twins. So, and when we talk about mutable, the first in our series of three signs, Aries, was a cardinal sign, Taurus was fixed, the bull. Gemini is air. It's very brainy, but it also likes to communicate. Very fact based, very logical, not a lot of feeling, but they excel at communication, which, of course, that can be a double edged sword. It can be good and bad, but they tend to communicate either through talking, through writing. In this day and age, think about social media and YouTube. Hello. And by the way, I have my Mercury in a stellium, even though it's actually in its adversity, has a mutual reception with Jupiter in Gemini. And that is a more advanced topic. We'll get into that later. So anyway, um, it can be very intelligent. It's that brainy kid in school, that brainy little nerd in school. And an extrovert, usually extroverted. They do like social interaction because they like to talk and expressing themselves. They love learning. They love to be educated in all aspects, all kinds of different topics. But they do tend to be a little restless and they like to go here and there between planets and signs as far as a communication in a metaphorical sense. They don't literally jump around your chart, but they express themselves. They can be very funny, very witty. They're good at networking, especially if they're in the 11th house of friendships and acquaintances. That would be a very strong placement. Information. Could also include books or, of course, YouTube or videos or any way that you get information. Mercury is usually pretty quick thinking. They like a variety. They don't like the same thing over and over. They're an immutable sign. They're a sign that's on the verge of change, and they're wanting to move on from that fixed state. So they do tend to like a lot of variety. They also do like to travel usually. So, I mean, who doesn't? And some of these things you can say, well, who doesn't? But it might be more pronounced depending on its placement. So, the exchange of ideas, basically, whatever form of communication you use, Mercury is all about the exchange of ideas, expressing yourself. On the negative side, it can sometimes, that talkativeness can sometimes turn to gossip, maybe even being a little two-faced. That's what a lot of people say about Gemini in a negative sense. But they're good at balancing both sides of the coin. And things can always manifest positively or negatively. So hopefully positively. Because when Gemini is manifesting positively, they are smart, sharp communicators and often very funny. And they can be the kind of the life of the party at times, sometimes, if they're extroverted. So that is Gemini. And the next sign will be Cancer. All right. The Astro sign. All right. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Oh, I'm supposed to say subscribe. I hate that in YouTube videos. It's like, ugh, do I have to? Not really. Bye bye.